Hello, and welcome back to Health with Sveta, and happy holidays to you all. I'm delighted to have you join us for another informative episode, and thank you, Ruben, for hosting me again. Today, we're focusing on a powerhouse organ that is essential to our overall health, the liver. Despite its importance, many of us aren't fully aware of what the liver does and how to keep it healthy. We will be answering some of the most common questions people have about liver health, providing you with practical insights and tips to ensure your liver functions are at its best.
Hey Sveta, how you doing?
Hi Ruben, how are you? This is exciting. And the thing is, happy holidays to you and yours. And happy holidays to the whole office and all of us. Thank you for hosting another episode, which is, I'm quite nervous.
Oh, why is that?
Because you actually gave me a homework. When I'm talking about oxidative stress and NRF2 and mitochondria and microgut, I am so comfortable. And I found myself that, yes, I know what liver is, but what exactly the liver is and why it is so important. And oh boy, I had to refresh my knowledge, my 2 medical schools knowledge.
Yeah, I think when it comes to liver, the only thing I know is don't have too much alcohol because you'll hurt your liver. That's about probably the extent of my knowledge when it comes to the liver. So, I threw this one to you because I really wanted to just talk about it and like maybe we can learn more about it together. And so
100%. Yeah. And thank you for doing it to me.
So I guess we can just dive right in on understanding what the liver's role is in the body. So like what are the primary functions of the liver in our body?
Great question. What are not the primary functions of the liver? As you said, we always think that the liver is our major detoxification factory. However, despite that, I rediscovered that what do we need liver? We actually need liver for for our metabolism, because liver metabolizes, whether utilizes or producing, guess what? Carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. So with this plus, it also metabolizes, strengthens, or actually inactivates the hormones. So the importance of the liver is excruciating. However, again and again, it's detoxification factory. So yes, everybody is thinking about alcohol, especially these days.
Yeah, especially when it comes to the holidays where there's no more rules, at least for a moment in time. So, but why is the liver often referred to as the body's detox center?
Because what happens is, it's interesting, sort of getting into anatomy. Liver has 2 vascular systems. So one system is actually, it's almost like everything. It nourishes you. So the nutrients are coming through the blood supply, through the arteries, and then detoxifies us through the veins. Well, what the second part of the detoxification is that venous system, which is also called, sorry for little complicated terms, it's called portal venous system of the liver. So all that venous blood supply from intestines and somewhere else goes back into the liver and then goes into, from that portal system, that garbage goes into the cells. And cells are starting to process this garbage and change it, and then excretes it through another system. And then excreted through, let's say, our feces or something else. So that's why detoxification of the liver is so important. Not only that, as I said, Liver is that part that is actually cleaning our chemicals. So it's called, we have 3 or 4 phases of cellular detoxification. And 3 of them are in the liver. That's why liver health is so critically important. But surprisingly enough, liver is also connected with our emotions. So when you start thinking of people who are depressed, people who are very negative, people who are very unhappy and down, surprisingly enough, it's not just the brain. It applies to the liver and liver health. And from liver health, if it does not detoxify right, then it applies to the whole body.
Yeah.
It doesn't clean. So then if the cells are not cleaned up, it's like the garbage. If you don't clean up the garbage, and then I'm not talking about phase 4 detoxification, that's the feces, you do not remove the garbage, then it piles up, and then it explodes.
Yeah.
And then it's like the body is hoarding garbage.
How does stress, in a practical way if you can, how does stress affect the liver? Like,
Well, the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, so considering that, again, we're going back.
Yeah.
Again, we're going back to the mitochondria.
Right.
We're going back to the oxidative stress
Right.
or cellular garbage. What happens is, obviously, being critically important functional organ of the body, and we can name a few. Even every organ is very important. However, there are a few that are on top of the list. So we will do the brain. Brain, liver, heart.
Right.
And okay, let's stop it there. So these 3 organs are the most proficient in cellular function because their functionality. The brain has to think. The liver has to produce and detoxify and basically manage everything. And heart has to pump and supply. So meaning that the cells are working extremely hard. So when those liver cells are not getting the proper nourishment, but they are abused with all the adverse factors inside and outside, so they're now, for the cells to function properly at very high, their number of that mitochondria is excruciatingly high. Why? Because if the cell needs to function at very, very high energy level, it needs a lot of energy. If it needs a lot of energy, it needs to have healthy mitochondria. However, healthy mitochondria only operates when the cell is basically metabolically clean.
Right.
Or has the ability to reduce that oxidative stress. So again and again and again, we're going back to that oxidative stress, NRF2, mitochondria, this kind of things. Without that thing, your liver is not going to function properly because it's the same cells.
It's being overworked.
But it's so important because it's like we need to clean the garbage here so the cells can clean the garbage there.
Yeah.
Because if the cells are not clean, again, the phases of detoxification are not going to work. It's like a vicious circle.
I want to talk about recognizing liver health indicators. What are the early signs that something might be wrong with your liver?
Well, you basically can have indigestion.
Okay.
You probably can have some pain in the right upper quadrant, something like that.
Yeah, because that's where your liver is.
I would say liver because liver is also connected to the gallbladder.
Right.
And usually they kind of go hand in hand. Okay. So what else? You feel sluggish. You feel fatigued. These are initial signs. We're not getting into very severe signs because when God forbid someone gets yellow,
Yes, that's jaundice, right?
Jaundice. That's
a
yellow,
serious thing.
serious, heavy-duty
Yeah.
yellow or excruciating itchiness,
Okay, yeah.
like itchiness, pruritus. This color of the stool changes. Let's say, I mean, your poop should be like brown or something. When the poop goes white, you start being nervous. This kind of things, we're not going to get into gory detail. So this is advanced.
Yeah.
This is advanced. So, but it's like basically not feeling great and feeling heavy, feeling unwell, feeling like sluggish.
That's interesting to me because...
Feeling like you drunk a lot.
Yeah.
And you have a hangover.
Yes, that's not a great feeling.
Sorry, I don't drink.
My thought goes just like basic. When I hear just like indigestion and just kind of feeling sluggish,
but you also
that feels kind of common. Though,
it's
right?
it's very common.
If I eat a hearty meal,
it's very correct. It's very non-specific. If someone is really concerned about liver health or something, they're very simple blood tests.
Okay.
That can be done. Every family doctor and all his blood. It's called liver panel.
Okay.
Or liver tests. So that's easy and it's all covered. But not only that, the liver function. The thing is with the kind of again with the liver health and stuff. What do we always do? We always do lipid profile. Because when we talk about good cholesterol, when we talk about bad cholesterol, we actually talk about liver health.
What does a fatty liver mean?
It means literally fatty liver. Liver looks fat. It looks like fatty tissue. It looks kind of yucky.
Okay.
Sort of, when
is that like a buildup around the liver?
It's these cells are full of lipid droplets.
Okay.
And under the that's under the microscope.
Right.
So I basically see lipid droplets, fatty droplets in the liver cells.
Okay.
Upon imaging, if the radiologist can see the liver kind of looks white. When it looks white, it looks fatty.
Okay.
So now the funny part is that when we talk about fatty liver, we usually talk about alcohol. But by and large, we actually don't talk about alcohol. By and large, we're talking about non-alcoholic liver fatty change or non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And as I said, non-alcoholic. What is it? It is called metabolic syndrome. So it is related to food. It is related to the lifestyle. It is related to improper consumption of, again, refined carbohydrates, refined sugars, as well as bad fats.
Right. Is the practical solution for a fatty liver just like a detox, like a diet, like things that we've talked about
absolutely.
before? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Like going keto, that kind of stuff?
Listen, so here's the deal. To be honest with you, I am not a great proponent of ketogenic diet.
Sure.
Please forgive me, my dearest mentor, because she is. There are absolutely indications for ketogenic diet.
Yeah.
Like, for example, scientifically proven, for example, God forbid, brain cancer.
Yeah.
But ketogenic diet is not exactly, in my mind, and who am I to judge, the best for metabolic disturbance.
Right.
Because proper ketogenic diet is fats.
Yes.
You can't...
It's kind of going against it.
But the thing is, again, it depends on the quality of fats and stuff.
Right.
And if you do proper ketogenic diet, you're going to be doing 17-20-10.
Right.
Very unsustainable.
Yes.
Very unsustainable. And you need to watch your fats, because if you're going to be 70%, you may be doing saturated fat from some animal fat that, again, that is going to damage your liver. Okay, fine. You're going to do the abbreviated, per se, keto 60-30-10. Or, however, yes, it's all about foods. The non-alcoholic liver change or metabolic syndrome It's a food choices. So I will go Mediterranean diet.
Yeah. Okay.
To me, it's kind of Mediterranean diet. Guys, again, I'm not preaching veganism. I'm not preaching vegetarianism. I'm not preaching ketogenic diet.
Yeah.
But I do preach Mediterranean diet
Yeah.
because it is very well balanced plant-based diet
Yeah.
with a great source of protein, but also a great source of fat. And that good source of fat is needed. For example, the function of liver, vitamin D. How do we make vitamin D if we're not supplementing with vitamin D? It is actually starting with cholesterol. And then through a series of biochemical reactions, it's going to convert into vitamin D3 where? Liver.
Yeah.
So then I just said the word cholesterol. Oh my goodness, culprit. But the cholesterol is a good thing if it comes from the right sources.
Right.
If it comes from the free-range farm eggs or sustainable animals and stuff, absolutely. But you don't need 16 ounces steak every day. So that's one of the functions of the liver. So yes, again and again and again, as much as I can get complicated, we can do drugs. No, the choices come from us, and the choices come from our responsibilities, and the choices will start from the table and the foods. And this is critically important during the holiday season because I know we're going to cheat, and it's hard, but let's, quote unquote, let's cheat appropriately. Let's make some changes. Maybe let's go from, I don't know, heavy-duty pudding into something lighter. We can adjust our menu accordingly, especially knowing if we have problems. Let's take a quick break to talk about some tangible steps you can take right now towards true health and happiness. My life's purpose is to empower you to seize control of your life, especially when it comes to wellness. But every person's needs are unique, and there is no one-size-fits-all solution. That's why we're launching a brand new initiative. Now, you can book one-on-one call with me, Dr. Sveta Silverman. Please do. Together, we'll talk about your history, your health history, how you feel, how can you improve on your health, the goals. I'll use that information to help you to plan a custom approach full of recommendations that I learned not only from my medical career, but from my personal journey. Let's unlock the secrets of happier, healthier you. Visit healthwithsveta.com/contact to book your free 30 minutes conversation and call with me. Now back to the episode.
And just to refresh our listeners' mind, Mediterranean diet, we're just talking like simple like chicken and vegetables.
We can talk
Yeah.
seafood,
Right,
veggies. Guys, I prefer, this is me and that's what I teach. Anybody who's got gut issues, and in fact, I keep listening to to lectures on something that is called metabotyping.
Okay.
Metabotyping means there are triads of systems that are connected. So, for example, immune system, gut, brain. It is connected.
Yeah.
So, or for example, pancreas, adrenals, and thyroid. And then everything is connected with the other. So from that perspective, let's say, I teach. So if someone has a gut issue, or if someone has a brain issue, something, I'm always connecting kind of with a triad, like brain, gut, immune. So then I'm thinking of a gut. And for me, the first thing when I think of a gut is how to minimize the burden of the gut in the manner of absorption. And first of all, digesting and absorbing. So let's say we eat food, right? We need to break it down. So in order for us to break it down, we need to have proper juices and proper enzymes. But it is so much easier to break down simpler, natural food. And the food that is sustainably, farmly, naturally, properly naturally grown, as opposed to additives, GMO, and something that the body simply doesn't have the enzymatic system to break it down. When it's easier to break it down, then same thing, we need some help to absorb it. So, a very long answer to the point of gluten-free. So anyone that comes to me, it's like, I have a brain fog or something, or have constipation or the other way, or something that's kind of gut. Or somebody that comes, let's say, with quote-unquote somewhat liver things. It's like, this is my default. Let's ease it. So gluten-free, a.k.a. when I talk about Mediterranean diet, sorry, I don't do pasta. I don't do pasta in the matter of wheat pasta. We absolutely can have pasta with some alternative flours like bean. There's so much
chickpea pasta.
Chickpea pasta, beans,
right?
because there's so many alternatives, clean alternatives. This kind of things. You can make spaghetti squash pasta. Yum.
Yeah. I really like the chickpea pasta. I honestly don't notice a difference with it.
Edamame pasta is delicious. Edamame is basically the soybean.
Right. Yeah.
Delicious.
Really?
There you go.
Okay. What's something practical we can leave with our viewers to check on their liver? Is it because you're talking about that triad checkup?
Do the liver panel, ALT, AST, alkaline phosphatase. Every family doctor knows.
Okay.
Bilirubin test, see where your bilirubin is and stuff.
Okay. So you can go to your family doctor.
Absolutely. Please go to family doctor and say, can you please check my liver?
Yeah.
Can you please do my liver profile? Can you please do my lipid profile?
Yeah.
Then we know, good cholesterol, bad cholesterol, because where is that bad or good cholesterol processed and metabolized? It's all liver. It's all liver.
So all those tests, even if I don't know
you don't. You just go
whatever you were saying.
Correct. No.
But if I go to my doctor
Absolutely.
and say, hey, I want to get my liver checked out, he knows exactly.
He knows exactly, and it's all covered. There is nothing fancy. Very important. And then we have not touched the concept what liver does. It makes bile.
Yes.
And we do not absorb. We do not digest without bile.
Yeah.
And when someone is in metabolic syndrome or in stuff, all this non-alcoholic or alcoholic liver problems, there's a bile problem. So you're not digesting, you're not absorbing, you're not breaking down your food right. Now, not only that, but bile is also connected with excretion of some of the hormones. So if that is not working correct, so then we're not breaking down, excreting hormones that we need to excrete, then it goes back. So then we go inappropriately high on some of the steroid hormones.
Right. I love that.
But it's all simple. It's lifestyle choices. It's lifestyle choices. Yeah.
Goodness, Sveta, we've learned so much today, and we've barely scratched the surface of the liver, and I love that for us.
Thank you. And I told you that we probably need to keep this podcast short because, again, I have dumped so much information. So let's say, as we always do, this is like an introduction to liver. So let's say next time we're going to break down to, okay, Dr. Silverman, you mentioned 3 phases of detoxification. What does that mean? Please tell us simplistically what does that mean. because that is very important, because that is again and again and again. That's how we are cleaning overall. The most important thing is that oxidative stress, that cellular stress, that oxyphilic stress.
Goodness.
Mr. Sarafo, we aced it again.
I think we did.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Guys, happy holidays before I will finalize it and wrap it up. Let's make good, healthy choices for our holidays. And after those beautiful, healthy meals, hopefully with a family, so happy occasion, let's get up and let's don't forget some physical activity. Thank you so very much for joining us on Health with Sveta. I hope today's discussion has shed light on the importance of liver health and provided you with practical steps to support this vital organ. Remember, a healthy liver is crucial for overall well-being, and taking proactive measures can make a significant difference. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your friends and family. And please use an option of having a conversation with me, booking up some time between 15 to 30 minutes on my website. And for more information about me and this podcast, visit www.healthwithsveta.com. Stay tuned for more insightful discussions and tips to help you live your healthier and happier life. Until next time, take care, be well, and happy holidays to you all.